the worst odds. When you're going out and you're drafting, that is almost a bigger gamble than it is when you're picking up a player that you've seen play, that coming from another system that may not have worked out in that system. Because you don't know what that player, that rookie is going to do. You don't know how well he's going to work out. You don't know if he's going to fit within the system. But Veach has made these players, for the most part, he has brought these players in, and all three players that he brought in, with the exception of one, has started for the most part and had active roles within our offense and defense this year. All, with the exception of one draft pick, really. And I can't say enough about how well he does drafting. I can't say enough about how well he's done, with the exception of maybe a few defensive players that he's brought in. He's done a great job. So there's no love lost between myself and Veach, and there shouldn't be with anybody else for that matter. And everybody bashing Andy needs to get off him too, because look, you don't know the backstory behind what's going on with him, what's been going on with him this season. And so just get off his back. I'll just put it that way.
I agree with you, JP, but I also think when it comes to the issues we've seen with Spags, Andy needs to step in as the head coach.
And he has.
Head coach, he needs to step in and make sure some changes happen, because if this continues to happen week to week like he did with Sutton, we could catch one of Mahomes' prime years go by. This team is built to win now. If they can just turn around.
It's true. And he stepped in when he was able to step in, and he did.
But he's the head coach. Head coach gets final say. And I know he doesn't rub the wrong way. But if Spags is not going to listen, you got to take over. You really do.
I get it. And here's the thing. I'm trying to lead into this without leading into it, but he was in a position to where he was trying to take a step back a little bit for a few, and he put people in a position that he trusted to do so that didn't do what they should have done. And he made the decision before the Giants game that he was going to take over, especially the offensive side of the ball. And he did. Again, it went back to a couple of players that shouldn't have been on the field defensively, but our defense did step up and everybody played better for the most part. With the exception of a couple of players, everybody else stepped up. And I do mean everybody, from Frank Clark to everyone else, they all stepped up. So I think he did make an impact with his statements and what went on. With that being said, I think it's going to continue to grow from that point on.
So the Chiefs fans expect Dirty Dan and Neiman to play, because I think we all want them to be benched at this point. Are they still going to get snaps? Because at this point, it looks like they're going to get snaps regardless of what anyone says or how much uproar will happen. Because
here's
they
the
know
thing.
The system, they have culture and leadership, apparently. No, they don't.
As much as I hate to say this, I would expect to see Dirty Dan get snaps. I don't expect him to be out there as much as, or in the same position that we've seen him in, because apparently that's not working either. So I expect him to be out there, because apparently there is absolutely zero trust in Dorian O'Daniel, and I don't know why, but
people say he's just a special teams player. I'm like, look, he at least can be a spy against a speedy quarterback. Jordan Love can run. Let Dorian O'Daniel be the spy. At least he can get there, at least get a body on. At least. I'm not saying Neiman can't, but Neiman is not as fast as Dorian O'Daniel.
He's not. And something else that was brought up, and I thought about this as well, is why not have, and I know this is a weird scenario, Dirty Dan does have some athletic ability. So why not put him in similar to a linebacker position as a rover spy and get him over? No, I don't know. Because if you not for the running back, more of a position that he's able to get to a quarterback, or maybe stop in the middle, say in the middle and stop a short pass, or intercept a ball in the middle, something that not as a linebacker, but in that general vicinity, and keep him out of the deep ball positions, and keep your guys that are good. Thornhill, Keep yourself of course, Tyron out there. Keep those guys out there that can do their job the right way and not get burned, and let him play the spy. He's good at that. He actually is good at that. If he's close and it's a short passing situation, let him get in the middle of that, in the middle of the field somewhere, short, close to the line. Don't let him get out in the middle of the field where he's trying to, and Spags made an excuse for him. Well, he was a half a step off. He was trying to actually go for the ball and he missed. And,
excuses don't work in the real world. Either you do it or you don't.
Well, Spags made one for him anyway. So it is what it is. That's just how it works with him. And it's just part of how it is with, this team. And I get it. They want to protect their players and they want to protect themselves. And I think Spags was making more of an excuse for himself than he was for Sorensen. And I seen he got a little bit irritated with the question because he says, well, I think that's something you're going to have to ask Dan because, that's something within.
No, he shouldn't be irritated though, because he's let this happen for now 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Spags has let this happen for 8 weeks. So he cannot get mad or irritated with the question. The fans are irritated. The media outlets that are verified are irritated as well. So they're going to ask these questions, trying to, okay, what's going on? Why are you continuing to do this?
I agree. I mean, I 100% agree, but I think he was more protecting himself.
He can't coach, but it's like it looks like some of the moves he has made have been very
more the decisions, I think.
Decisions have been very weird. Like it's like there is no way Juan Thornhill should not be starting. Daniel Dirty Dan can play, but he is not a guy who can play long. Who can have an extended role. That's the issue there.
Yeah, and you can't put him in short yardage situations in the red zone on man and expect him to succeed because he's just not fast enough. He doesn't think fast enough, I guess. He reacts, again, like I've said numerous times, he doesn't think and react at that split second time that he needs to. Most of the time he reacts before he thinks and it gets him nowhere. But regardless, it just is what it is. I mean, that's just part of it. And with the Packers right now, you got 5 players that are out because of COVID. There's probably going to be more. They're going to get fined out the
they
yang.
don't get to the Chiefs.
Well, they got
to fined.
Yeah. Apparently Rogers wasn't vaccinated.
Well, yeah, I saw that because we don't really get into it, but yeah, from what I saw from the article and what stuff I did read is he technically didn't lie, but he did lie.
But the Packers lied.
That wouldn't surprise me. He lied, but he didn't lie. He used terms such as immunization, which people think, but he's going off of his term of immunization,
which is I've had COVID before.
Verbal thing, which I'm not even knowing.
Well, apparently how he worded it was, and I listened to it twice just to make sure I understood what he said. Mm-hmm. He said, yes, I've been immunized. And that's, how Aaron talks. He talks like he's still on Jeopardy. But he says, some of the players have been vaccinated, whether it be through having COVID prior or actual vaccination through a shot. And, that's their choice. That's their personal choice. I'm not going to get into any of that. Mm-hmm. He said, that's a whole other topic. He says, how do you word it? He said,
he basically said what he had to for the time. So did he lie? No, but did he? Yes. It's just one of those weird things. But regardless of that,
most I understand,
have COVID, coaches have COVID, and this is going through the whole team. Yeah. So I guess you can say that his decision, what side of the line you're on, caused issues there. And because of that happened, it's not good for the team.
No, it's not. And the thing is,
because they got to deal with all these other issues.
Well, and it's such a huge thing because, the NFL rules state that, if you're not vaccinated, you have to be tested 2 or 3 times. I think it's twice a week or maybe 3 times a week or every time you come in the facility. I can't remember exactly the scenario behind that part of it. But if you say you're vaccinated and you're not, if I'm not mistaken, you were supposed to be vaccinated by the team. So if he was, and the Packers said he was, or if he wasn't, I should say, and the Packers said he was, then they're going to get fined out the ass. I mean, it just is what it is. They're going to lose draft picks.
Well, and I
So
was listening to what Shannon Sharp said this morning. If I had to go run, do some stuff, and Shannon Sharp was like, "You put other people at risk. This has caused an issue for like the whole team." And Shannon brought up a good point. Do you think he wore a mask when he was around
no,
all the people doing,
no,
especially when it came to position battles and everything? So I
yeah.
don't know. It's
No, I don't think he did. I mean, I personally,
I don't
and I
know.
don't know Aaron. I don't know his beliefs. He doesn't really project his beliefs out on everybody. I think he's just by his mannerisms and the way he talks about things. I don't think he believes in the vaccination. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know if he believes in it. Um, he has kind of alluded to the fact that he doesn't to a degree. So
No, I mean
if
that's his.
what they're saying is true, even Rap Sheet brought it up and said that I think he actually point blank said that he wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah, well, it's come out that he didn't, and I guess it said in before the season started, he tried to get a third option, and they're like, "No, you either get vaccinated or you don't." And he just kind of was like, "Okay." And I don't know what the Packers did. We don't really know, but like you said, they're probably gonna get fined, and they're
Well,
gonna
they
lose
actually
draft
said he was
picks.
vaccinated. I do know that. They
Okay,
did
well
say he
then
was
that's
vaccinated.
then they're gonna be like you said, they're gonna be fined like crazy, and
And they're going to lose draft picks. And you know what? This might be something that, he was so pissed off at the time and so out of sorts and didn't want to be there. You never know if that was something he did purposely. You just don't know. I mean, this is going to be
yeah,
a big ramification against the Packers if this all comes out as a situation of he just, said they said he wasn't, and they get fined, they lose draft picks, they may have to forfeit a game. If it comes down to it, you got what today's Thursday, so you got Friday, Saturday, and then really much Sunday. If they
well, he can't
lose,
play for 10 days, and the
well, no,
thing
he
is, the
can't.
Packers we're in a good position, and people are like, "Well, if the Chiefs win this game, is this really a win?"
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
"Well,
what
it
I'm
has to
saying. I knew
be."
that was going to come out.
And it's
Fuck.
like, okay, you're like, look, you know what? As long as they show up and play their potential, I'm okay. Because regardless, you have Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love, they're a football team. Jordan Love got drafted for a reason in the first round, and we'll see what's going to happen from there.
Well, and
So,
here's the thing. I knew that was going to be a thing. And that's what I really hated about this whole thing about him getting COVID was because I knew that as soon as if we win this game, that's all we're going to hear. Well, you beat a half a football team. You beat.
And they said the same thing when we beat the Patriots last year. You didn't beat Cam Newton. I'm like, okay, well, what do you expect them to do? The game
Everybody else
hasn't
beat
moved.
Cam Newton. So what does it matter?
I mean, and what we're looking at, man. So what are the score predictions for this game you're thinking so far?
I mean, honestly, it's going to be I would love to see us score over 30 points again. I feel like we got that should be one of our goals because we haven't done that in a couple of weeks. So I want to say, I want to say our defense shows up, and I want to say it's going to be like a 33-24 Chiefs win.
I want the Chiefs to do well. What I'm looking at is obviously, as we know, a lot of their receivers are out, and really they only have Aaron Jones left. So it's gonna be interesting when it comes to that point. Aaron Jones is another fast, shifty running back. Put Darnell Daniel on them. Let's just see what happens. My guess is that since this is going to be Jordan Love's first career start, but this is the third time he's gonna be playing this season. I think this might be, I'm hoping, and I shouldn't say this, but maybe a welcome to the league game. So what I'm hoping in this sense is that they are able to contain him and hold him under 20 points.
Yeah.
I think the defense can do that due to what they have we're going against. Now you're gonna have to make sure Aaron Jones doesn't go off. You're gonna have to watch the screens, especially on third and long.
Yeah.
Different stuff like that. But I would like to see the personally defense make sure they score under 20 points and you guys score 30 points. I want a 10.5 point spread. That's what I think that she should have by the end of it.
Yeah. And then, the spread jumped as soon as Aaron Rodgers was out of the game. We were,
oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if
it
you have
jumped.
Aaron Rodgers and three baggers from Price Chopper, they're going to play completely different.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it just is what it is. So, yeah. So, I mean, I think, I would love to see a 10-point swing again and just get our momentum back, get our mindset back, 2 wins in a row. and just get everybody back on track. I do see the defense climbing, and yeah, there's going to be